Hello. In this video, we are going to factor a perfect square trinomial. Before then we actually try to factor this trinomial here, let's explain what perfect square trinomial means. Well, if we have a binomial like this, a plus b, and then squared, the square here implies that there are two of these multiplying each other. So this is equal to a plus b times itself. Now if you distribute this, so we say a times a times b, b times a, b times b, what are we going to get is this. A times a is a squared, a times b is ab, and then b times a is ab again, or ba, and then b times b is b squared. Now if we simplify this, if we combine like terms, we get a squared plus there is two of these, so 2ab plus b squared. Now remember this actually started from here. So a plus b squared is equal to this. Since when we factor this, we are going to get this. Then this is called perfect square trinomial. It's going to give us a plus b times itself, right? So we can, instead of saying a plus b times a plus b like here, we actually can say a plus b and then squared. So perfect square trinomial is a trinomial that when factored will give you this form. Now instead of doing all these steps when we are factoring, when we are expanding the perfect square trinomial, we can just remember this. It goes first squared, which means a squared, and then 2 times first times second, so 2 times a times b, and then plus the second squared, which is in our case b squared. So first squared plus 2 times first times second plus second squared. Now let's try and see, when we factor this, are we going to get this outcome like that. So it has this form. When we factor, we always need to check for common factors. In this case, these three terms, they don't have anything common besides 1, and factoring 1 out doesn't really do much. So if that's the case, then we need to open two sets of parentheses, put 9x in each, and also divide by 9. Why do we divide by 9? Well, since we put 9 times 9 here, 9 times 9 will give us 9 times a bigger number than this 9 right there. So we need to divide by 9. So at the end we actually get this number back. And then since the leading coefficient is different than 1, we need to do so-called AC method, which means we need to get our A coefficient multiplied by our coefficient C, and again that comes from a x squared plus bx plus c. So this is c, this is a. So if we do that, 9 times 1 is 9, and now we need to find factors of 9. They are 1 times 9, and then 3 times 3, and that's it. Now we need to figure out which combination here, when added together, will give us the number in the middle. Well, our combination is 3 plus 3. So we know that we are going to put plus 3 there. Now if we take a look at this set of parentheses right here, what's inside, these two terms have actually something in common. That means we didn't factor it completely. So the same thing is actually here also. 9x plus 3, they have 3 in common. So let's factor those 3's out. So we have to factor 3 and then out of here. So this becomes 3x and then this becomes 1. And then when we factor 3 out of these two, so another 3 comes out, then we end up with another 3x plus 1. And then we'll still have divided by 9. Well, 3 times 3 is 9, so that will definitely divide this 9 out. And this is something that has to happen. We always have to, at the end, we have to be able to eliminate the number in the denominator, so there is no fraction line. So we definitely did it. So we end up with 3x plus 1 times itself, times another term that looks the same. If that's the case, then we can say, well, this is 3x plus 1 and then squared, which kind of looks like this one right here, same format. So this will be how we factor a perfect square trinomial. So if we got this as our result, that means this here was a perfect square trinomial. And this here is our answer. Now, this can be also considered an answer for a certain purpose. I hope you liked the video. I hope you understood it as well. And if you did, click like, click subscribe, and don't forget to smile.